Hello YouTube, how are you today? I hope my DID community is good. I hope our supporters are good. I hope everybody's doing good. Things here are good. Well, they're the best they can be. So, let's leave that at that. But today is about a video about my system because this is because I'm in therapy. I wanted to write out my system and kind of makes me nervous. I got a bottle of water right here somewhere. That is the trick for panic attacks. That is a very good tool. What happens is I will chug a bottle of water so that the chemicals that are flooding my brain slow down. They have a little bit more water in there to make sure that it dilutes it somehow. I don't know. Plus it gives me cold and sends my does something to the insides. I don't know. Therapists have said this many times on the DID site. There we talk about using cold water. That's why. And so this is very triggering for me. And so I wrote it out and I did the work. Great. But it scares me when I do it. So that's just gonna have to be that. Just be straightforward with what's going on. I want my system mapped out so that I can have a better understanding, so that Tam can have a better understanding, my therapist can have a better understanding of what I'm going through to help better. Because as everybody knows, I thought I was, maybe you guys don't know, who knows? Let's just dig into it a little bit. When I was diagnosed, I thought I heard God for 3 days. So I thought I was hearing God, and I had a lot of spiritual experiences that I just couldn't explain. I mean, I've never experienced it. I don't even know how to quantify. I believed it wholeheartedly, and Gabriel kept coming through. And Gabriel is my spiritual personality. He protects me from demons, and he came out to other people. And so I thought I was the Archangel Gabriel for a while, because before I was diagnosed. So I got diagnosed, right? And then, then I was like, oh, I'm not Gabriel. Okay, well, crazy is crazy, right? So I really worked really hard for the first 2 years. I went to a dissociative specialist who had never had anybody with complete DID or MPD at the time. So yeah, you know, I didn't feel like I didn't know what to do, you know. I didn't feel like I was led. I mean, she helped in a lot of ways. I'm not saying she didn't help. Oh, that is not being said here. What I'm saying is, I didn't feel, when I quit, I didn't feel the $24,000 that we were paying a year was worth it out of pocket. I was like, let's just buy a truck. F it. You know. Anyway, so my system. I'm going to go over my system, and I ask for patience and understanding, because this is scary. And I'm more scared to tell you guys about my system and what the real problem inside one of them, a million. But some of them I'm not ever going to talk about on here, and that's fine. But I'd like people to understand what my system really is like, and kind of get a full picture. So I'm not really sure what to say. So let's just go. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how to edit these either. So you know, and well, okay. So me, Bob. That's me. That's right. So I'm the front man. I'm the jokester. I'm Mr. Pancake. Why am I Mr. Pancake? Well, well, I'm Mr. Pancake because I tell so many jokes that fall flat. You know, they just started calling me Mr. Pancake. And my wife, Tammy, she's whipped cream. Because every time I tell a joke, she's like, psh. So, you know, it all goes together. Okay, so I'm depressed. You can tell, obviously. I've been unlike my normal jovial self for quite a while. I've really had to force, I don't know what word to use. I apologize. I've really had to dig deep to be funny. That's not my normal self. But anyway, Bill, and I'm 52. I'm my actual age. I'm 52. The no hair, you know, blonde goatee there. Bill is 30, and he's my worker personality. He was a workaholic. He would go to work, and he would work and 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 work, and then one of the littles would go, "Hey, I want to play a video game! There's a new video game!" in the background, and I didn't know that was happening, and then Bill would just be like, "Oh, fuck it, I'm out of here." Boom! And then he would quit his job, and then he'd go home and sit and play a video game and never move, except to get up and pee and go get something to eat. And that's the memory I have, we've shared. It makes me laugh. Because think about it, a normal adult, I don't know how to explain this, a normal guy, they might call in sick for a couple days and be like, "Hey, I'm not feeling well. I gotta go back to work." No, with littles, it's like, "Oh no, you're not moving. I am playing until I am done." And when he gets a new video, we only play one video. He's only allowed one video game at a time. So, and that doesn't include, whatever. Sometimes he plays other games on the side, like little free slot machines and stuff. But he plays 2 games at the same time, and that's fine. But we're starting to limit him to less video game time, so I can live and I can go shoot pool with the guys and be a normal guy. And that's been really good for me, shooting pool down there. Played in a tournament, got 1 win out of 9, but I had a blast. So anyway, well, let's keep going. V, he's the deep thinker. He's a loner. He just, whenever I'm alone by myself, he comes out. If I feel isolated, if I feel abandoned, he wakes up. And that's because of his trauma. His trauma is abandonment, not being loved by his mommy. I'm sorry, B. I was, other people. I was making a joke, buddy. Okay. And then there's Jock. And V is somewhere. We have a hard time aging him, but he's like 12. to 15, he's still in concrete thinking. He doesn't really have a lot of gray at all. He's like, I mean, here's an example of V. V puts everything into books. So like we have a representation in my head of each of our houses, and V's representation is a big vast library, and everything's in books. So you pull out a book, I'm trying to explain me, Bob. I can't explain it properly, so you look in a book, basically, and then you go, oh, I love Tammy, right there in the book. Says so right there in the book. I feel that. And here's the emotion. Okay, and then the next one is, you know, I have feelings about, and it's just in the way he perceives it or whatever, and I have understood it from everybody. It's basically just, that's a fact. And then he has Schrodinger's cats. So Joe tells me something like, the sky is blue. Becky tells me, sky's orange. And Tammy tells me, well, at night it's kind of black. You know, so for V, he has to take all of those and put it right into Schrodinger's cat. They are true and they are not true at the same time, and this makes for incredible difficulty for me to get information out of him, because he's like, I don't know. What the fuck do you mean you don't know, dude? Well, Schrodinger's cat. What am I supposed to do? How am I when he gives me information, that's how he gives it to me. This is fact and this is fact. Yeah, it's in a box. Yeah, it's Schrodinger's cat, but those are the facts. And so it makes me very confused. And V holds a lot more stuff than I ever thought he did. You know, I mean, he went to school. He went to college when I went to college, and he did well without studying at home, because he wasn't awake at home. He was only awake at school. So, you know, I was pretty proud of him. I mean, that's that. Anyway, then let's go on to Jock. Jock is 12 to 15. I know that there is sex stuff there. I'm just going to leave it at that. And, yeah. So, Jock is female. She is emotional. She loves colors, fashion. She's sexual, and she's sensual. And all of that in me is wrapped up in her. I hate sex. I hate talking about it. I hate... Don't tell me. I don't care. No, I do not know what you can do. I do not want to know what you do. Thank you. Jock will talk to you about it for hours. That's fine. Don't. It freaks me out. It puts me into a panic attack, because it's not a way. I don't understand sexuality well enough to I don't know, whatever. I have a hard time talking about it, because I really don't feel my part isn't really that part, you know, and that makes me feel like less of a man, because it's, I don't know, it's been 5 years for me. You know, everybody else gets to them. Anyway, the whole different thing. Hey. So anyway, then there's Panther. Unknown age. He often calls himself Peter Pan, or Pan, excuse me. you know, like Peter Pan. Because that's how DID is. It's not like these personalities aren't real, man. These are 100% real. That's who they are. Those are complete different people in my head that I'm talking about. It's like talking about the neighbor. Because it's not me. There's no me in any of these people except for Bill and Gabriel. So, to move on, Panther is my physical protector. He's a runner too, but he has no freeze. It's either one or the other. We're either fighting or running. Choose. I don't know why, but it's run or fight. And no, leave me alone. Okay, so let's get down to the last two, the most complicated two in my system. Bobby, he is what's called a gatekeeper. So the point of DID in the first place is to separate trauma from somebody who doesn't have trauma. So no trauma, personality, or me. That's me. I don't have any trauma. I didn't live in my childhood. Shit, I don't know. I barely know my 20s, and that's only from what I've understood from Bill. You know, I can't picture my kid's mom. Imagine that, right? Imagine not being able to remember high school. I don't know how to. I mean, once in a while I do get snippets. I'm not going to say I don't have little kernels, but I don't really know anything about my 20s or my children's mothers. Imagine that. Bill does, Panther does, V does, Bill does, but not me. I know Tam, you know, and that's that. So let's go on to Bobby. Bobby kind of is his last memories are 1976. So there's that. He's kind of sliding scale because he's like 3 to 7. Sometimes he can talk better than other times, and like, I don't mean talk to me so that I can hear him, because we do have a lot of co-consciousness. We have really worked on being safe and making sure that somebody's there to make sure that nobody's running off, nobody's losing, going delirium, and ending up in Chicago naked praying in the streets again. Ah! No. Let's be, you know, that's why Gabriel is my most feared, and least talked about, because I have suppressed him the most. And but I need to work on his subsystem and understand it a little bit, and I need my therapist to understand it a little bit so that I can understand it a little bit. I just need a little help from the outside on my system, and that's why we're doing this. So Bobby plays video games. Tammy is a mom figure to him. So he's like, "Hey, Mommy, can I have $5? And I'm like, "It's $5, dude. I'll give it to you." No. I have to have permission from Tammy. No, I'm a grown-ass fucking man, okay? I'm 52 years old. I don't need to ask permission from my mommy for $5. But Bobby does. He has to. Because he doesn't think like a 52-year-old. I think like a 52-year-old. I do my best. Today is a brand new day. Right? Bobby really is that age. And for some people, that's very hard to grasp onto the fact that he isn't acting like a 52-year-old. Why isn't he acting like a 52-year-old? Well, duh, he's 3. He never moved on mentally. He's in a part of my brain that's segregated from me. We are starting to have overlap. We're starting to be able to talk to each other really well. We have communication via video. We type, and see, a lot of people don't understand my Facebook page, because here I am, I'm typing. and somebody, I'm just typing for people in my head, okay? So I'm gonna wake up later and be like, man, I typed something. Who am I typing for? V? V, you back there? And then I'm like, nope, that was Panther. Shit. Delete, 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 delete. So, but here's the thing. The only way that I can communicate to myself is to type on Facebook. If I type on a Word document, and I have tried many ways. I've tried writing, I've tried typing on Word. If I type on Facebook, there is another personality back there that's going, what the fuck did you say to everybody? I got you! I got you! That's what it feels like. I don't really know how to describe what it's like. I don't know how to describe what it's like, you know? Somebody has to talk. Somebody blurts out what they're feeling, thinking, and I mean no holds barred, none. No holds barred, fuck you, or whatever it is at the moment. And I'm like, and then I go and read it, and I'm like, I didn't say that. I did not say that. Did I say that? Did I kind of remember typing it. Only me. Because I don't want other people to see it. But if I don't know how to describe why it's important for my personalities and me to type our feelings out. It's an external source. Writing doesn't, we burn it. So you know, on Facebook, once it's open to the world, one of us will go, I don't know, one of us will be like, okay, that's somebody's feeling, oh, delete, oh, only me. It's not intended for other people to read. But if I click only me, nobody will read it. Nobody in my head will read it. I don't know what else to say. That's how it works for me. And that's how information gets passed across, through reading. And I can't do it in a few other venues. So anyway, let's get on to the littles. Oh, Gabriel. Gabriel's from the beginning of time. He's a personality, but he thinks he's from the beginning of time. I can't convince him otherwise. But I can, what I can do is fix the, is not believe that I am Gabriel the Archangel. Because before I was diagnosed, it was really easy for me to believe that I didn't remember a damn thing that was Gabriel saying and doing, right? And so to me, I had people recording it so that I could hear it later, right? And then I was like, oh my God, I am Gabriel. Gabriel's coming through me, whatever, you know. That freaked me out, man. That freaked me out. When I found out I had MPD and I wasn't Gabriel. That hurt. I mean, I don't know how to say, hey, I'm the Archangel Gabriel. Fuck it, and I lived up to every standard and every expectation Gabriel asked of me, which was a lot. And that didn't allow us separation. But when we did separate, once I got diagnosed, I realized and I made all the adjustments in my life that I was not. Okay, here we go. Okay. Sorry, I'm starting to get stressed. I haven't really told many people about this, and I don't really talk about it, but I am putting this on YouTube for everybody else to understand why we do the dirt digging, why we do these adventures we do these adventures and stuff so that I can get out into the world without interacting, without actually, I don't know how to deal with people right now, you know, excuse me. And so we go on adventures so that I can get out of the house and not talk about that. Okay. So anyway, Gabriel is the archangel. He is the gatekeeper of my second subsystem, and it's an angelic subsystem. Need more be said. So here are my littles. I'm just going to read off of it and whatnot. So, Nia wakes up at bedtime when I'm just about to go to sleep. Scary, 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 scary thoughts. Afraid, 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 afraid. And I have a blanket specifically so that she feels safe. She's a girl. Don't ask how I know. Bobby. Yeah. So and then we had another one called Crier that just cries, and that's Clover. So Nia said one day, I'm Nia. I'm not sleepy. Nia in my head, you know. Oh, interesting. Okay, so then there's Clover, and she's the crier. She cries deep, deep, never-ending sadness. I had to help. So the male babies, or littles, not babies, they're littles. We do not call them babies because I'm a 52-year-old man, and it's really hard to take as a 52-year-old man a baby in your head and acting like a baby and being a baby. I can't. You don't. It's really hard to express how hard it is to accept. And I hope I get a little acceptance, but I don't really need it. I have to accept it, not anybody else. I'm the one that has to live with it every day, you know? So the males, there's Goose. He used to be called Screechy because he just screeched and I didn't know what to call him, so we called him Screechy, you know? And so I asked Bobby what he wanted to be called, and all we got really was a honk honk. So after several attempts with Bobby to name, he only screeches in my mind and outside, so there's no communication. How do you communicate with a baby? Think about it. It's the same in my head as outside in the world, except I don't get to see expression. It's just what? Okay, so anyway, there's not much known about Goose. Hong Kong, I apologize, I was just reading, but the Hong Kong thing, that was that's what we heard, was Hong Kong. And so I wrote down, like, Bobby, is it a car? No. Is it a duck? No. Is it a goose? Yes. So anyway, and then there's Rue. Now Rue is RW. RW, apparently. Rue. That's all I get out of him. Roo! And let's watch some elephants. You want to watch the mama save the baby elephant from the mud again? I done seen that 10,000 times. Do you really need to see it again? I push that damn button. Give me the elephants. That's how it works. That's how this works. So they're all unknown. All of the littles are unknown ages. They're non-verbal except to Bobby, and Bobby says he can baby talk. So that's my little system. My angelic subsystem. Let's do this. Let's make sure I'm on a good even keel to deal with this part. I know this is getting long, and I do apologize, but the only way to go through my system is to accept that they're there, even though you know, it's hard to accept sometimes, because I've had days like I had that pool tournament and everybody's gone. It's just me, and I'm like, yeah, it's only me. I made it up in my mind somehow. Woo! Yes! And then somebody goes, can I do something? Can I play a video game? Shit. You know, so it's always this kind of it's hard to being the front man. I am a protector. I am a protector. I protect them from the outside world, and I protect the outside world from them. That's right. That's my job. That is me, Bob, Mr. Pancake, to protect the world from them and them from the world. And I've been doing it for so long that I forgot to be me. I didn't get to be me because I've been so busy taking care of them that the only me was taking care of them. There was really nothing else in life. And after Gabriel, I swore to myself, after thinking I was Gabriel, I swore to myself that I would make sure that I stayed in this world. As far as you know, grounded, safe. Okay, so I warn everyone in advance. I'm probably gonna light that cigarette right there because my nerves are through the roof talking about this side. This makes me scared. I am nervous and threatened internally by talking about Gabriel's side. So you're gonna have to wait. Okay, so I will try to be quick. Gabriel's subsystem. Let me give some background on Gabriel. Gabriel always said